Hello all and welcome to WPI's Bucharest, Romania Project Center. I hope this video provides some insight into Romania, projects that students can complete in Bucharest, and why the Bucharest Project Center is a great place to complete your IQP. Romania is a unique country. It is situated in Eastern Europe between the Ukraine, Hungary, Serbia, Bulgaria, and Moldova, as highlighted on the first map. Bucharest, Romania's capital, where the project center is located in the southeast region of the country, noted by the star in the Muntenia region. On the center map, you'll also notice the region of Transylvania in gray, well known to be the birthplace of Dracula. To the right is the Romanian flag, recognized by its blue, yellow, and red stripes. Bucharest, where the project center is located, is a large city which is well connected by public transit like buses and the subway. Bucharest has many famous landmarks which students are encouraged to explore during their time at the project center. First is the Arcul de Triomphe. This arch was constructed in 1978 after Romania gained its independence so the victorious troops could march under it. The Central University Library is known for its grand architecture and large statue of King Carol I, the first king of modern Romania. Next, the Romanian Anthem is a large concert hall in Bucharest city center where many famous performers have performed. Next is the CEC Palace, the headquarters of the CEC Bank, and it's well known for its ornate design and large glass dome structure. Next, the Sky Tower is the tallest building in Bucharest with 36 floors, with a parking garage below ground topped with a shopping mall and multiple office spaces. Last is the Palace of Parliament. It's the second largest administrative building in the world, second only to the Pentagon. This building houses Parliament and other organizations, and many large meetings are also held here. First, we'll hear from Dr. Rudika Niemtu, a co-director and co-advisor of the Bucharest Project Center, about why she wanted to start a project center in Bucharest for students.
Embedding cross-cultural experiences into project-based education is probably one of the best ways to understand some of the big problems that the humanity is facing today. More importantly, it is probably the best way for us all, students and faculty together, to get involved into being active contributors to mitigating some of these issues. The Bucharest Center offers very interesting projects. For example, you can participate into an intergenerational learning center where children from disadvantaged backgrounds are being mentored by retired volunteers. You can help save urban greenlands. You can help raise awareness to the importance of clean air and climate change. You can help expand the relationships between America and Romania by working with the American Chamber of Commerce, and many, many, many more. So we hope to see you in Bucharest, but more importantly, please reach out with any questions that you have.
As a part of the Bucharest Project Center experience, students will also be able to travel to other parts of the country. First group trip might be a tour through the Transylvanian Highlands, which spans over a large portion of the Carpathian Mountains. The region is commonly known as the home of Dracula and other vampires. There are many medieval villages and castles. Some of the biggest landmarks on this trip might be Peleș Castle, Old Town Brasov, the Black Church in Brasov, the city of Sibiu, many views of the Highlands, and Bran Castle. Next, the Danube River Delta lies on the coast of Romania where the Danube meets the Black Sea. This place has been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1991 for its diverse ecosystem. There are over 360 species of birds and over 45 species of freshwater fish that are native to this area. This area is peaceful and quiet, and there are always beautiful sunsets here. For more information about logistics for the Bucharest Project Center, such as housing, Romanian cuisine, and the expected budget for Project Center costs, please visit the Bucharest page on eProjects for more details. IQPs in Bucharest have worked with a wide variety of organizations in many industries. Past projects have worked in ecotourism, with national parks, intergenerational learning centers, and more. The Bucharest Project Center is a fairly new center, and it continues to grow and expand project offerings to other areas. Next, we'll dive a little deeper into projects completed by the first group of IQP students in D-Term 2020. These projects were completed virtually due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The first group worked in the collaboration with the Allergology Lab at Colentina Clinical Hospital. They developed a data analysis tool which can organize and analyze data and then use it to determine relationships between different factors that affect allergies. These factors include pollen counts, meteorological data, pollution measurements, and public interest. They also calculated correlations between these variables and created graphs that demonstrate the trends in the data. They also developed a survey to learn more about Romanian lifestyle choices and how these choices may affect pollen allergies. All of the findings they collected can be used by their collaborator to gather more support for research and help Romania establish a national aerobiology network. A different team collaborated with the American Chamber of Commerce in Romania, also known as AmCham. Their main goal was to increase the capabilities of AmCham Romania by devising strategies to increase their media presence to promote growth. To accomplish this goal, they performed case studies to analyze how AmChams across Europe use their media platforms and websites to stimulate business. From these case studies, they created a comparative analysis report to make suggestions for AmCham Romania. They also developed a website for AmCham Romania, which details all of the rules and regulations their members need to abide by to comply with the law to expand. Their group also conducted interviews with local business leaders in Massachusetts to learn more about how chambers of commerce function around the world. Another group collaborated with the Transylvanian Highlands Ecotourism Board to create an online information hub. They designed a new website to help better connect tourists to ecotourism organizations like local tour companies. The design of their website focused on user experience to encourage repeat visits to the site. They also helped the Ecotourism Board by creating efficient advertising and strengthening relationships between many of the different stakeholders involved throughout the process. The next group collaborated with the Princess Margareta Foundation of Romania, also known as the FRMR, to develop a plan to incorporate technology into their generational learning centers. These centers are places where retired people volunteer to work with underprivileged children to tutor them or to do other learning activities. The team created a list of technologies to recommend to the center, along with a budget for what each one would cost. They developed a promotional video to help the centers gain more sponsors to fund these new technologies. And finally, they created a volunteer handbook with directions to help volunteers use this technology. Their plan was designed with one specific center in mind, but can be adjusted to use in any center across the country. Last, the final group worked with the Bucharest Nature Park Association. They provided detailed stakeholder analysis to make suggestions about how to better the park. They distributed a survey and watched live video feeds online to understand how people utilize the park. They also conducted interviews with people involved in land conservation in the United States to determine what steps Bucharest can take to further protect the park. Lastly, they evaluated how park usage was affected by COVID-19 and the military ordinance that was in place in Romania. Next, we'll take a look at some student testimonials about project experience and project outcomes. When asked about the impact of their project work, Deanna said, "I'm really proud of our project because I think we put together a lot of information that Bucharest was lacking, and now our sponsor can take this information to create change for people with allergies." And Faith said, "I feel really proud of my project and that it made a difference. My team and I were able to develop a working website for AmCham Romania, as well as make recommendations to improve their current website." When asked about working with project collaborators, Sarah said, "Our collaborators seemed very pleased with the amount of data we were able to collect. To be able to help a young urban wetland association was awesome, and we really feel like it could help make Bucharest a more livable city." When asked about important takeaways from their project experience, Terrence said, "It was, I think, an important experience to gain for future workplace presentations, as not all of those will be to people in the same room as you." And Alexa said, "This project has definitely changed me. I have had to quickly learn to be adaptable and to hold myself accountable in a different environment than I'm used to. I also had to work with my team more to figure out how we could all best work on this project and make it everything we wanted." Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. For even more information, please visit our Project Center website or contact the project site directors. Thank you.